Good evening and welcome to another edition, episode 34 of the Press Box, a special night on Friday night here, episode of the Press Box. I'm here, Brian Carson, with my partner, Kenny Varner. Kenny V, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. A little tired from all the week's events. A lot of stuff happening. Glad to see we're on a Friday night prime time for a change. It's a nice little mix up.
Yeah. We switched from our usual Wednesday. Mr. V, Mr. Varner had a previous engagement and had to go to that. So yeah, I think it's kind of cold here on a Friday night. Just relaxing and talk about sports.
Well, a lot of it's been
Yay!
happening. Yes.
Yes, we are in the basically hitting the post. Well, we have not basically hitting the postseason of the spring, and we've
Mhm.
already had some things go down, which we'll start off here. I guess we'll do baseball. Mifflin County dropped their District Six playoff game with Altoona. They ended their season 5-16, and you know, to be honest, it's pretty much and I think John McGonigal, the coach, would agree, a pretty disappointing season. They started out 3-0 and then went 2-15 the rest of the way.
Yeah, and a lot of those games they were in until late in the contest, and they just sometimes you just can't get over that hump, and they weren't able to this season. So a lot of good talent on that team. Just didn't things didn't go their way this year.
Right. I don't know what it is. Did you see them? Did you cover them at all?
Yes, I covered them a couple times, and actually, I caught them at their probably their best game of the season is when they played Belfont. And if they could have kept up that momentum throughout the season, we'd be talking about a District Six championship um, possibility. So it's just errors and miscues and mental errors kind of cost them at prime times of the games that sometimes you just can't get past.
Well, you and I know firsthand, seeing it all these years, how important confidence is when you go out and play.
Hmm.
And if you don't have it, you'll find ways to screw up near the end of games,
Hmm.
like you're saying what happened.
Right, and it's kind of like back in the good old days when with Lewistown football, they would start out a game and they'd have the lead, but a fumble here or a fumble there, and their heads are down. It's like, oh, here we go again. And I think this might be the case with the baseball team. It's like when you expect bad things to happen, sometimes they do, and that happened some this year.
Well, I have to, another one where I have to be brutally honest. District 6 baseball this year is pretty bad.
Mm.
When you got State College being 10-10, and that's the number one seed,
Hmm.
it's not a good year. And I know, hey, we play, and you have to agree with me on that. The Mid Penn in baseball is arguably one of the top two or three conferences in the state.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
But I just are you surprised about like how? Because I know Altoona's got a losing record. State
Hmm.
College is only 10-10. Are you surprised at how bad District Six baseball was this year in
Yeah, because
AAA? In AAA, I'm
yeah.
not talking about the other classes.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I definitely was. You get used to a certain style of play, and year in and year out, it seemed like Altoona and State College were always running away with things, and Mifflin County had under Bernie and Chuck Curry had some really good years, and it just kind of fell off this year. That doesn't mean that there's not talent on these teams. It's just they weren't able to put things all together. And when your best team, State College, like you said, at 10-10, it's kind of a head scratcher. They normally they should be a better team than that.
State College and Mifflin County should be better teams than what they are.
Yes, most definitely, most definitely.
What else about around baseball? Who else do we got in? I'm sure there's Center County teams that are in it fighting.
Yeah,
We know State
yeah,
College is one.
right, right. Well, here I'm going to start off with a matchup here. I'm going to have a little bit of a complaint to the PIAA. I didn't talk to you about this earlier today because I forgot about it, but uh, Juniata opens up or plays for a championship here on Tuesday, and they play Belfont. Okay, which is a repeat of last year's championship. The thing that I have a problem with is you have two teams that are closer together, and you set the game up at Central Cambria. What the heck is
What?
going on there? The game is in
What?
Central Cambria. All right, you could not see. This is one of the things that if Mifflin County had their turf field and everything, they could have had that game there. But for some reason, they're sending it all out to Central Cambria,
That
and it's
makes
like,
that makes no sense. You got Belfont and you got Juniata, and you're sending them to Central Cambria.
mm-hmm. Now last year they were smart and they had it at Bald Eagle, but
That's
a
what
lot of
should
people,
be.
yeah, yeah. So that's just crazy. I just think that's people, there's budgets and stuff for these schools, and save some money and not send these kids clear out, to BF Egypt, and play them closer together. It doesn't matter if it's a turf field or not. Just put them on a field that's a good field and have them play closer.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, that's nuts. And you are right. If Mifflin County would have the sports complex, it would be played here.
Mhm.
Who do you like in that game? You could be controversial. You can get people mad at you.
Oh well, I think Belfont is the much more veteran team. They have a couple pitchers that are being looked at by D1 colleges. I just think that right now that Belfont has the more experience, and they have a coach that's been there for a while. Where you have a good young coach in Ty Treaster that's making his first trip to a District Six championship. But I don't this is one of those old, crusty old veterans against the rookies, and I think the crusty old veterans may have a trick or two up their sleeve more than what Juniata might.
Well,
So,
yeah, that experience helps in playoff
mhm.
time, no doubt. I have Juniata's key to this game.
What's that?
I have the key for Juniata to win this game.
Ha- Nice.
Call up Liz Gazier and get her to pitch.
Oh
I
yeah.
wonder how she can pitch overhand.
Well, I can tell you firsthand that she hits pretty hard because I
She hit
covered.
you.
Yep, line drive right in the chest. In their game, in their TVL semifinal game, I was sitting down third base, and I got lined right in the chest with a foul ball that she hit, and it's like,
Well,
oh,
that's terrible. Why am I laughing, Kenny?
well, I didn't. It didn't hurt today. I had I had the stitch marks on my jersey.
Oh my
Um,
lord.
yeah, she can wrap the ball pretty good. So not only can she pitch well, she can she hits it pretty hard too.
Gazier goes here. Take that, Kenny.
So
Do we
you're
got?
right.
Yeah. Who else do we got? Do we got Penns Valley or PO or Bald Eagle in this? Well, I mean,
Uh,
anybody can enter, right?
right, right. Bald Eagles definitely in it. They don't get started till later next week. I don't have the brackets right now on hand, but I can tell you though that Phillipsburg played today in their first round and they beat Huntington 9-2. So they'll be going at it again next Thursday against Central. So congratulations to the Mounties for moving on.
Oh yeah.
Um, we have I believe East Juniata has secured a playoff at least in softball. I'm not sure in baseball. They were kind of right at the cusp. But yeah, everything all gets started next week. the Bellefonte boys actually captured the last Mountain League championship that'll ever be held. So
Yeah.
next year they'll be moving on, I believe, to the Laurel Highlands.
Oh,
So
that's going to be traveling.
yeah, so
Oh.
I,
So,
I
yeah, that's going to be brutal. I mean,
mm,
you've done it. You ever gone over
we've
the Laurel Highlands in bad weather?
hmm
Now I know that people say well, bad weather can't happen in the spring, but you can get
hmm
torrential rain, man.
oh yeah, and that's usually that cold rain too, not
Yes.
the. Hmm,
Well, Phillipsburg, you said they won in AAA. I'm looking at the brackets. They're most likely going to get the second seed Central, who
hmm
we know about Central in baseball. They've won some state championships in
yes,
baseball.
very tough.
And what is Bald Eagle? Are they 2A?
I
Oh,
believe.
they're the number one seed.
Mhm. Do they
My
get a
Eagles.
buy? They get a buy?
No, they're getting number 8 United,
Mm.
the Lions. I didn't know Bald Eagle was the number one seed. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah, yeah. Very good team. Very disciplined. They got a deep group of pitchers, and they got a top of the lineup that'll just blow you away when they're on their game.
Could be a nice
So
showdown there in Double A, because the second seed is a team that needs no introduction in baseball, Mount Union.
that would be a great rematch because Bald Eagle actually beat them
Oh, they
during
did?
the regular season. I think that might have been Mount Union's only loss.
You're talking about four-time state champions, the
Hmm
Mount Union Trojans. And if Bald Eagle, obviously being the number one seed, as good as you say, that would be a
hmm
game worth checking out.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a prime time game to definitely be at.
The only problem is if they get to the finals, there ain't no way I'm going to Mount Aloysius anymore.
No,
Kenny will be up there.
I'll be making a lot of trips up there next week. So,
No, I
um,
was trying to look at some of the other ones. We don't have yeah, we got Belfont and Juniata in 4A. We talked about Phillipsburg.
mhm. Did Penn
And then
Valley
six
qualify?
and then 6A is going to be State College
Hmm
and Altoona. We know that already.
Right.
Penns Valley, they would be double or single? Double, right?
I believe Double A. Yes.
Yeah, they did not qualify.
Oh wow.
So the Rams got to stick to wrestling and football.
And softball.
Oh, that's right, and softball.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting to next. Now we don't have brackets. I don't know if you did. I didn't get brackets for softball. I got baseball.
Yeah. No, I didn't get any brackets either. I just know that where a lot of the teams are playing locally because they send me emails.
Okay, so let's go down the line here. We'll start at the Biggie 6A. It's I think Mifflin County plays Altoona, right? And then they get State College.
Actually,
Or is it the other way around?
Mifflin County got a bye. So they'll
They're the
actually
top
be.
seed.
Yeah, they are go right into the championship game against State College.
Oh, no Altoona in it.
No, well, Altoona, um,
Elected
they
not to go in.
well, I think, well, I'm not sure. I know that they're still on the upswing, trying to get that program, going. They've taken some lumps the last few years, so um, maybe that's why they just decided not to this year.
They'll tell them, yeah, they didn't want to come and get beat. Let's face it.
Mhm,
I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about. Well, wait, I forgot. This is the internet. Maybe somebody from Altoona might be
mhm,
listening here. When you didn't come in because you're gonna lose.
mm,
Simple as that.
mm.
So that's it. Yeah, I got it right here. May 24th, Mifflin County State College at St. Francis University at 5 o'clock. So
Mhm.
tell me, Kenny B,
Yes.
who do you like?
Well,
See, I'm
it's
trying to
gonna.
put you on the spot so whenever you go to these games, then they're gonna
Mhm.
like be pissed at you.
Well, I hate to throw these phrases out because they're always used, but when Mifflin County and State College get together, you just throw everything out. You just don't know. It all depends on what team is hotter. Like last season, State College was the top seed, and Mifflin County had their struggles during the early part of the last season, but then started to build up. And by the time the championship game came, um, they beat State College for the first time, and that was in the championship game. So you just don't know. This year, of course, they split the regular season. So that's one of
Yeah,
those
it's
that you
probably
could
one
go
of those. It's probably one of those games, isn't it, where it comes down to like who. It's cliche, but it's true. Who makes the
Mhm.
fewest mistakes
right, or who scores first.
is going to win it.
Gets that
Yeah.
early momentum.
Now in 4A, Bellefonte, we don't know their opponent yet. 4A is a combo of District 6, 8, and 9.
Hmm.
So we actually don't know Bellefonte's opponent. Bellefonte's the only one entered in District 6. So whoever they get in 8 or 9 is going to be the championship game.
Right.
What can you tell me about the Red Raiders?
Well, I can tell you that they'll be playing it Wednesday at 3 o'clock at Mount Aloysius. I do know
Ugh.
that much. Bellefonte is one of those teams that started had a slow start to the season, like a lot like last year. But as of late, they've been coming on like gangbusters. Now they had a little setback here in their last game against Tyrone, but as of late, that was the first game they had lost in a lot of contests. So they have a good leadoff hitter in Madison Milius, and it all depends on here again nerves. From there's some young kids on that team. They have some veteran coaching staff, but without knowing their opponent, it's kind of hard to say. You know,
Yeah, because we don't
but
know what 8 has, and well, 8's not really known for
mhm,
baseball. I mean softball.
mhm. But
So
yeah, from the
you'd assume it would be a District 9 if there is any entering.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. So last year, I know that a lot of the kids were disappointed. They lost in the District 6 championship game and were very upset and frustrated about it. But they've come back, and I think they have like a record of 13-5, I believe. So they ended up finishing second in the Mountain League. So not a bad rebound year for them.
No, not at all. All right, let's go to 3A, where we got a bunch of games. We got all 8 seeds, all 8 teams in it. That's on is the 22nd Monday, right?
Yes. Yep.
That's Monday. We got 8 seed Phillipsburg Osceola, who you said were down this year, but still are
Mhm.
in. They play at 4 o'clock. They traveled to top seed Central Cambria. And I know it's hard to know anything about Central Cambria, but
Mm,
what can you tell me about the Mounties?
the Mounties, they play tough. It doesn't matter what their record is. I know a couple times they've played some of the upper teams in the Mountain League very tough. I believe they might have even upset either Philip or either Belfont or Bald Eagle in a game. So um, they have such a legendary program, and in a season like this, if they can get an upset win over Central Cambria, that could be the start of another dominating era for the Mounties.
And then in the bottom part of the bracket, second seed Juniata, we Indians. We
Hmm.
had Coach Cressman on here. Um, they host the seventh seed Pencambria on Monday, and that they have down here on the District 6 website as a special time of it's going to start at 3:30.
Right, right.
And Juniata, obviously the favorite there in the
Hmm.
second seed against Pencambria with Gazier and the kids that the veteran team that Coach Cressman has there at Juniata.
Hmm. Yeah, they finished the season as Tri Valley League runner-ups. They lost to Upper Dolphin. Um, so Upper Dolphin had the they were one and or two or yeah they s- they actually had the advantage 2-1 in the season series against them. Um, but Juniata is going to be coming out for Bear. They're going to be, they want a banner on that wall, and I think that with Gazier, and if they could cut out the mental errors that kind of hurts them sometimes, if they can just focus and have a good game, an all around game all the way through. They could be doing that. They could be hanging the banner. It'll be, probably them in Central Cambria. So um, it's going to be, hopefully the schedule and the results work out that those two play. That's another good primetime deal to watch.
Cool. And now we go to Double A and traditional power. Bald Eagle area, the number one seed.
Hmm.
They host at same date, Monday, May 22nd. They host 8 seed Homer Center at 4 o'clock up in Wingate, and talk to me about the Eagles.
Well, they have such a great team. They're coached by Coach Lucas, Don Lucas, and they have John Gonder, the former Phillipsburg coach, um, that led his team to many state titles. He's actually a bench coach for them. So when it comes to coaching, they definitely have the
Wow.
advantage. Uh, they have a great pitcher in Sierra Albright, and she's one of these too that doesn't get a lot of. She's not one of these really outspoken kind of like look at me, look at me. She's a very quiet kid. Came and this season went 17-2. The team won the Mountain League, and she had 198 strikeouts on the year, and 9 of her 19 games were shutouts. Uh, she had a 3-run homer early in the season, so she can do it from the circle and from the batter's box. So she's going into the playoffs with 387 strikeouts for her career, and I believe she is just a sophomore. Yep, sophomore.
Wow. Wow. So you're
So,
going to be hearing from the Eagles some more.
oh yeah, and put on top of that that they're the returning District 6 champions. You've got a nice combination for another title.
On the bottom half of the bracket, second seed Penns Valley will take on two locals against each other. They will host seventh seed Mount Union at 4 o'clock up in Spring Mills. And before I ask you about Penns Valley, does Mount Union, is Fiskus still coaching them or is he gone?
I believe he is still their coach. Yes.
Okay. Boy, he's been there a while. Matt Fiskus started when I was still at the Sentinel full time.
Yeah, I was gonna
That,
say he was there whenever I first came on.
that tells you how long he's been there at Mount Union. So, talk about have you seen Mount Union? Oh, I know hometown really doesn't get up there, but
No, unfortunately.
okay.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about the Rams.
Well, they have one thing about all these Mountain League teams here. They have quite the pitchers. They have very phenomenal pitching, and just like Bald Eagle and Belfont, Penns Valley has Taylor Bumgardner as their hurler, and they've been pretty successful this season. I believe they are. I think they were 10-5 or 10-6 on the season, um, and they have two of the Dingus girls. And like you
Yeah.
said before, a little bit of wrestling tie-ins there.
Yes.
Um, Scotty and Ava, I believe, or Avery. Didn't just That's embarrassing. I hope they got their name right. I haven't seen them much, like I have the others, but they've got some very veteran players on the team that's been into the playoffs and postseason. Um, in this game, I would probably say it'll be another one of those toss ups. Because if you got a coach like Fiskus and you have Terry Bumgarner as their head coach for Penn Valley, it's going to be a good coaching duel.
Wait a minute. Wait a
And
minute. Terry Bumgardner.
I believe so, yes.
Are you talking about the former writer Terry Bumgardner?
I'm not sure.
Because he used to, if it's the same guy I'm thinking about, he used to write for the Sentinel when I
It just
first
might,
when I first got there. And
it might be.
I know he went up to Penns Valley to coach be an assistant coach under Tobias for football.
Yep, yep,
Probably
yep.
might be.
It. It is. Yeah, I
God,
believe it is because.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen Terry in years.
Mm. Well, I was going to say he's very press friendly. Always sending recaps and updates, and they're pretty informational. So, like, he has some background in it. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same.
Okay, yeah, I bet you it is. So once again, it's the same thing like every year in District Six. It's the Center County schools are like
Hmm.
near the top as far as seeds go, but we'll see what can happen. With
Hmm.
got to cheer on Juniata and Mifflin County, obviously, and
Oh yeah.
our Center County coverage. We wish the best for everybody.
Hmm.
Correct.
Definitely, most definitely. Yep.
Now let's move on to something you said to me today that I couldn't believe.
Okay.
We'll get into lacrosse.
Hmm.
They just did the girls District 6 championship,
Right.
and State College won that over Mifflin County 16-3.
Hmm.
And then you told me something I couldn't believe, so go ahead.
Yeah. This came via Dave Berman. He passed this information on to me that um, even though State College won the District 6 title with a record of 10-9, they are not advancing. Mifflin County, which had the better regular season record, um, will be moving on to play a team from District 3, I believe. So now let me start by saying this. I believe that both teams deserve to go, and that, if they really wanted to build the lacrosse programs up and get some attention, they would allow both teams to go and see how they do through a season like that, or a postseason.
Well,
Not it,
I'm amazed that you are you are the district champions and you're
mhm.
not going.
Yeah, that's
There's
not
no explanation for that. None.
right.
Well, thanks for winning the district title, but you're staying home.
Yeah. Mhm.
What?
Mhm. And like I said, we're not taking anything away from Mifflin County, but I also believe that if you win a championship, you get the right to go on. I've never heard of a team winning a title. And thanks for your effort. See you
Thanks for
next
that
year.
great season. Way to go. But you're not going. We're going to take the runner up.
Hmm.
I don't know how that works. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, I know lacrosse is a budding program, but you've gotta have your champions go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sorry. You know.
that's so obvious. You're the champ. You've got to go.
Hmm.
So what's going on in the boys? Is it State College too?
Yeah, State College actually plays, I believe, on Tuesday at the North Field. They're a good, strong team. Year in and year out, they're just like their track program and their swimming program. They just churn out title after title after title. They very well seasoned. There's a lot of popularity uh, in that sport up that way, and you know they've got quite a program.
Track, moving on.
Mm.
We probably don't have the time to go through state colleges qualifiers.
Mm.
We know what they do. I do want to mention Josiah Steckler.
Mhm.
Josiah, the defending state champion from Mifflin County in the javelin, ripped a 186.6 throw
Wow.
on his final throw to win his second district crown. It was the best throw in the state this year. It was top 50 in the United States. So Josiah heading into next weekend, next Friday and Saturday at Shippensburg, probably going to be the number one seed and the favorite again to bring home a gold, which is becoming quite. Mifflin County's becoming quite, ever since Laura Lote,
Mhm.
we are a javelin powerhouse. Laura Lote, Justin McKnight, Skylar Ciccolini, Josiah Seckler. Impressive, isn't it?
It is very impressive.
But yeah, he's going to be the favorite. I loved what he said to me when he gave me a quote, and he said he's confident going in because his dad's looking over his shoulder and looking down, watching him. And for those who don't know, his father, Scott Seckler, was the boys track coach and football coach who unfortunately passed away last November at the age of 49 from melanoma. And we all still miss him. And there's going to be a run, Kenny. We should mention that it's the Youth Day run, Scott Seckler Youth Day run, dedicated to him to raise money for melanoma kids grades 3 through 8. I'll get it right. Up at Mifflin County, up at the high school, are going to compete for the ribbons and stuff like that, and raise money for awareness. And that's going to be Saturday, starting at 1:00. So get up there and support it if you live near here.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
So I don't know if you made a list. Do you have all the state college qualifiers?
No, I probably don't have enough memory in my computer. It's I'm shocked. They might even be like bringing their whole team because they do have like team championships and stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if they're bringing them down to Shippensburg.
And I'm sorry, I was covering it for the Sentinel, so I basically focused on Mifflin County and that, and Juniata, Mount Union, but I didn't see anything of what the Center County people did. I'm sure Penns Valley and their distance runners did well.
And Miles Brooks, I believe, did the best in the 200, I believe.
Wasn't he a wide receiver?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Definitely some speed.
So Mifflin County, since I covered them and I know they qualified 3. Josiah, we already mentioned. Jaden King won the boys triple jump. And Micah Simmons finished second in the 200, but he had a state qualifying time. So he's going. And that was AAA. The AA side, Wyatt Stroop, or Stroup, if I'm saying it wrong, somebody correct me. But Wyatt from Juniata, he's going. He had a qualifying time. He finished, I think, second or third in the 3,200. And then Kaylin Skopik of Mount Union, she's going in the 100 and 300 hurdles. She finished second in both events and had state qualifying times because you have to have a state qualifying time. In AA, though, they take the top 3. So she would have made it anyway without the state qualifying times. In AAA, only the champion goes unless you have a qualifying time, which is why Simmons is going. And I think there was Belfont had a couple kids make it. I feel bad that I don't have their names here. But that's going to be, obviously, we still have some districts to go. District 4 is their second day is tomorrow. covering that one. They already have Miles Arndt of Midwest made it in the shot put, and the Midwest boys 4x800 relay is in. And that there basically is East Juniata and Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
For the area that we live in, and Logan Strausser's going to win
Oh,
the 30. He's going to win the
yeah.
3200, and he may win the 16.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I look for good things out of him on Saturday as well.
I know that,
Mm.
and I guess Midwest has another relay. I guess is pretty good, so we'll see. And EJ also has that Joseph Book kid.
Yes, I believe he's the hurdles, right?
Yeah, really good in
Mhm.
the hurdles and that.
Mhm.
So track everywhere. Spring postseason everywhere. Did we miss a sport? Because tennis is over.
Yeah, tennis is over. We had a district champion, Zane Weitzel from Juniata, took the double A district singles crown. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think
It,
that was it with tennis.
and that's it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Track, softball, baseball, tennis.
We do have some college stuff to talk about.
Go for it.
Well, we'll start off with Penn State Altoona softball players Gianna Hoppel and Madison Lucas earned CSC All District honors. Hoppel, if you remember, is from Mifflin County, and
Ray
Lucas,
Hoppel's daughter.
yeah, and Lucas is from Phillipsburg, Osceola. And the team also helped. They also punched a ticket to the NCAA. So congratulations, Penn State Altoona and Gianna and Madison on such a great season.
Yeah, I'm sure Ray's pretty happy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Great. It's great to see kids from yesteryear. Once they move on and do well.
Because I think Ray is still assistant at Mifflin County softball, right?
Yes, JV, I believe, if I'm
Yeah.
correct.
And he
Yeah.
used to be the assistant coach. He was the assistant coach for Lewistown when they won
Hmm.
the baseball state championship
Right.
in was that 2002? My brain's going.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
under he worked. John Bell was
John Bell.
was the head coach.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we also have a college team that has a lot of Center County and Mifflin County kids just win a national championship too as well.
Oh
Penn
yeah,
State Penn State Du Bois. Um, they won the national championship last night.
in
So on
in
baseball.
baseball.
Yeah, in baseball.
That's cool. Who's some of the kids that are on there from our area?
Let me see. Gosh, I believe one of them is. Oh my!
I mean, getting a
This is
national
terrible.
championship's pretty cool,
Yeah.
no matter what level. I'll tell you what, though. I'll chime in while you check their names out.
Okay.
I wrote in my Substack, my sports scribe today, what I think is really awesome. The PIAA just officially sanctioned girls high school wrestling,
Oh, nice. Excellent.
and the girls will now wrestle for legitimate state championship. One of the qualifications was you had to have at least 100 programs in the state that offer wrestling. And we reached that point, and then the PIAA wrestling, girls wrestling, when I did the research on it, has grown 80% over the past year.
Wow.
And basically, what I say in my column is this is great for wrestling because high school wrestling and that has been stagnating a little bit. Not in Pennsylvania, I'm talking across the country. And I just think girls wrestling, wrestling is mostly a male demographic.
Hmm.
And I think if we bring the girls in it, it's just gonna like propel the sport. And I think it's a great idea for them to be national champion. I mean, to have a state championship. I think they should sanction it in college and make it official that they have
Hmm.
NCAAs for women. It's awesome, and I'm not talking about any Title IX or that kind of diversity bullshit. I'm just
Hmm.
saying it's good for the not that I don't, not that I'm against diversity.
Hmm.
Before anybody starts writing in, I just think it's just pure sports wise, without politics. It's great for wrestling. It's great for the sport, and that's what my column's about. And I'm going to plug it, Kenny.
Awesome.
If you don't care, you
Oh, I
could
don't
go
care.
read it. You could go read it at the sportscribe.substack.com. My thoughts on girls high school wrestling in Pennsylvania and how it's going to grow the sport. And get over there and read it. Damn it! What do you think about it? What do you think about girls high school wrestling?
Oh, I think it's great. I've actually had the privilege of watching one of the best um, local female wrestlers the last couple of years in Grace Stem
STEM. I knew
from
you were going to
Bald
mention
Eagle.
Grace. Yeah,
Yeah, and
really good.
she was actually I think she won her first match her senior year in and moved on to regionals, didn't she?
Yeah, I got to tell you something it's changed since girls first started going high school wrestling because and I mean no offense in the
Hmm.
beginning when this started back in the 90s they looked like girls, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
They wrestled like you would think a girl wrestling against a guy.
Hmm.
They got beat bad. But then wrestling nowadays with all the instruction and all the camps and all the the, the exposure to it, it has
Hmm.
changed. Now, will a girl, will the top girl beat a state champion guy? No,
Hmm.
no, it's not going to happen. But Sierra Chiesa proved this year at Northwestern, proved that girls can compete with guys. Because I don't know if you knew this, Kenny. Sierra Chiesa is from Northwestern High School up in District 10,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
She was the first female to ever qualify for states,
Oh, wow.
and she went 2-2 down in Hershey against guys. And she was wrestling guys this year. She had a record of 35-7.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Now, granted, she was 107 pounds,
Hmm.
and I mean, I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm actually bragging her up. But if she was
Hmm.
like a heavyweight, she'd get killed.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Men it just. I know women's lib don't like to hear it. Men are naturally stronger. It's just biology.
Hmm.
But they can now handle they. Not that they couldn't before, but they weren't good wrestling wise, is what I should say.
Hmm.
But now they have just as much skill as the guys with all the camps and the clinics and that. And
Hmm.
Chiesa proved that you could not compete. And I think it's great. I think it's only going to help the sport. I hope Mifflin County will develop a girls team that there'll be enough girls interested. I am surprised. Does State College have one? I'm surprised they don't. I know Bald Eagle does.
Yeah, Bald Eagle and Central Mountain are the top front runners with teams in the area. I know Belfont does not, Penns Valley does not. State, I do not believe they do as well. So I
That's
believe that.
crazy. With the school the size of State College, you know they could get girls out.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely, and it's just a matter of time before these schools, see what's going on and accept it and will embrace it. So hopefully,
Yeah,
you know,
the traditionalists got to let it go. You know, that
mhm,
saying a
right,
woman shouldn't be out in the mat with a
hmm,
guy. Well, now they don't have to be.
Exactly.
I love it that they can. I mean, they've had this sort of unofficial state tournament, but now
Mhm.
this is going to be legit. They will be recognized as state champions, and I think it's fantastic.
Oh, I do too. I do
The
too.
only
I
thing
think
I
it.
would tell the girls going out is whatever weight Chiesa is at, stay away from her. You know what I mean? If she's beating
Yeah.
dudes, if she's
Hmm.
beating dudes, girls are not going to be a problem for her.
Hmm.
So, did you find out any of those names on
Oh my.
Penn
Yes, I
State
did.
Du Bois?
Yes, it's like a who's who of Mifflin County, Juniata County, and Center County. Bryce Dobson, remember Bryce?
Yes.
He is their third baseman and right-handed pitcher. Uh, Cole Breon from Penns Valley is was a senior on the team. Um, Cole Knable,
Oh my.
McBaytown from Mifflin County.
Yeah.
Here's another name, Colby Bodarf.
Oh, Colby. Jeez.
Mhm. And still going down through here is Mason Lieb. He was from Penns Valley. Um, Hayden Vaughn from your neck of the woods where you went, Bald Eagle.
Bald Eagle.
Let's see here, McLean Welshins, Penns Valley. Connor Cherry. He
Oh
actually got, I
my.
believe, got the win for Penn State Du Bois in the championship game. Logan Wagner from East Juniata. Um, Alex Gavlock, Belfont, Bald Eagle. And let's see here. Dylan Treester from Penns Valley. Looks like it's a Penns Valley laden team. And see, I believe I don't want to miss anybody here. And I guess we could he's kind of on the border, but Aaron Miller from Central Mountain. So quite a group of local kids.
Nice
And
job. And when did they win this?
I believe it was yesterday.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Sentinel isn't doing something on it.
No.
I'm sure you wrote something up, right?
Yeah. Well, I wrote a little write up on it.
Yeah.
And also like what do you call it? Shared it on Facebook with everybody.
Well, that's good for them. A national
Hmm.
championship. Like I said, I don't care what division it's in. You win a national championship. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you definitely earned it. Oh my gosh.
So we got a
Uh,
lot happening. We got the
oh
national
my gosh.
championships, girls wrestling, playoffs in the spring sports. Pretty busy.
Oh, definitely. And we even had some. Well, we're gonna have some college signings, and we've actually had some college signings. Juniata, um, Juniata's Danny Freed and Caleb Smith, both signed. Danny will be attending Salem University for baseball, and Caleb will be attending Lebanon Valley College to play basketball. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I know on Tuesday, Penns Valley will have their signing day, and they have quite a few that are moving on. And of course, here Avery Dinges, and oh, my computer just crashed. Nice. Ah, okay. Gotta love technology.
You better believe
Okay.
it.
Oh no!
What?
It took my my cheat sheet's gone.
It's all
Oh,
right.
okay, there we go. It's back. It is back. Okay. Avery Dinges, who we talked about, uh, Mary Delaney for swimming. Um, Miles Brooks is going to University of Illinois Chicago. Uh, pretty nice. Out of
Yeah.
the way. going to the Windy City. Uh, Gavin Ryan is going to Clarion for football. Dakota Brodzina, baseball. Lebanon Valley. Julia Emmel, volleyball. She's going to Penn State Altoona. Gavin Robb, track and field. And Anne Marie McMurtry for basketball is going to Juniata. So congratulations to
You didn't
all.
say where Dingus was going.
Dingus is going to computer. See here. She is going to Mount St. Mary's.
Okay.
So, yep, they will be honored on Tuesday.
Today, I got to break away from the high school for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest football player of all time, and I don't care, people could scream Jerry Rice, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady. No, the greatest of all time was Jimmy Brown.
Oh, yes.
And Jim Brown passed away today at the age of 87. And you youngins who don't even know the name, just go please look at an NFL film and watch him run. And he stepped away from the game and only in his prime at 31 years of age. Shocked everybody like Barry Sanders did. And he had over 12,000 yards in only 9 years. One of those years, he ran for 1,800 yards. Think about this, Kenny. He ran for 1,800 yards back when they only had 12 games.
Wow.
The greatest football player to ever strap on a pair of pads.
Oh, most definitely.
And 87. An amazing athlete. I watched an interview one time where, God, I wish I could remember his name, but it was at the time, the Syracuse lacrosse coach. And he said Jim was looking for something to do in the off season to stay in shape. So he picked up lacrosse. And the Syracuse coach said that he was probably the greatest lacrosse player ever.
Wow.
And it's just look at the film. I mean, he was even before my time. But if you look at his numbers, his stats, and see what he accomplished, and then the way he went out, I mean, nobody expected it. In his prime, I'm gone. See ya.
And later on, yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and after his retirement, he was quite the ambassador too for the NFL. And,
oh yeah,
did a lot for them.
Absolutely, he did a lot for the game. He did a lot for race relations. He did a lot. He went, but his prime, he left to be an actor. And he was in films like The Dirty Dozen. It's probably his most famous film. So he broke all kinds of ground, but just a great player, who passed away today. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Rice is great. He is. He's one of the all-time greats. He's up there. So is Brady. But nobody was like Jim Brown.
Yeah.
And there's old. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was definitely a legend.
Yeah, and nobody, anybody that is older than old like us knows Dick Butkus and how mean Butkus was on the field. And I saw NFL films once where Dick Butkus said the only guy he was afraid to go up against was Jim Brown.
Wow.
Because Jimmy was big too. Back in the time when NFL guys weren't that big, you're talking Jimmy Brown was like 6'2", 6'3", 240, 250 pounds.
Yeah, he was like a fullback with tailback speed, correct?
Yeah, yeah, he was crazy. But I just wanted to say that about Mr. Brown, because I think he's the greatest of all time. I have him, he's there, Rice is there, Walter Payton is there. I don't know the rest, but they would be my top three. Don't you? I don't know
Oh,
what yours would be.
oh, I,
Mine is Brown in that order: Brown, Rice, and Walter Payton.
yeah, I would have to say I was more of a Walter Payton guy because I got to see him in his prime, so I had to put him, a little bit at number one, and then Jerry Rice, and then Jim Brown third because I honestly didn't see him, and up until I got older, I didn't really respect his ability, and um, you know, as you get older, you learn more, and you learn about the backgrounds and stuff of these older players, and definitely got a lot of respect there, and legendary.
Yeah. So, any shout outs?
Oh, yeah, I got quite a few here.
Well,
Quick
we
shout
gotta we
out.
gotta play the music first.
Oh,
Hold
okay.
on. We gotta feed the ducks, man. It's Kenny Varner and his shout outs
All righty.
with his theme music. All right, buddy, go for
All
it.
right. Sounds like I should be talking in a deeper voice, kind of,
Yeah, you need to get that DJ.
jazzy voice. Okay, first shout out is to the State College boys volleyball team. They captured another District 6 title this week, and they won in 4 sets, 3-1 against Altoona. So, congratulations. Shout out going out for the whole team. Second one is Juniata College's Barrett Walters. Barrett used to be a Juniata Indian. He made all region team in the USTF CCA in the hammer throw. So great job for Barrett. He did a great job this season. He's been in the headlines quite a bit for, um, taking competitions and stuff and meets. And so great job. Here's a name that keeps consistently coming back onto our shout outs. It's Bowling Green's Kylie Cubison. Kylie had a great week last week, finishing first in the MAC championships in the 1500. And then she was awarded the All MAC All Star team. So quite the week for the freshman.
Nice.
I already said about the Penn State Du Bois team. So my last shout out is to Shippensburg. Here's another name that great kid. Always enjoyed interviewing him. Was Shippensburg Chase McNair.
Yes.
He was awarded the 2023 PSAC Men's Outdoor Track and Field Champion Scholar. That kid has really, really been a great person, great athlete. I'll tell you what, people, if they want to see how a role model should be, just look at Chase. That's all I can say. He's a great kid.
Yeah, and he's going to be a heck of a coach if he decides to go into that.
Mm-hmm.
He was coaching a lot of the kids in Mifflin County when he was here, urging them
Mm-hmm.
on and telling them what to do and studying races and racers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wait, congratulations to all of them, all your shout outs, and we'll play your outro music, Kenny. That was Kenny Varner's shout outs. Feeding the ducks. Wow, another show's almost done. We've gone an hour. It's been pretty quick. So
yeah,
let's put up our stuff here. You can always find Kenny's things at hometownsportscene.com. Also on his Facebook page, Hometown Sports Scene. Plus Central PA Sports, which is on Facebook at facebook.com/Central PA Sports page. And as I said to you already, the Sports Scribe is mine at substack.com. It's just my thoughts on pro college and some other things that is on my mind. I usually have us call them every Monday and either Thursday or Friday. So
Mhm.
check it out if you get a chance. And that's going to about wrap us up. What do you got for the weekend, Kenny? I know you're going to have a good time.
Oh yeah, I am gonna help my parents tomorrow open their pool for the season. Spend some time with them, and hopefully the rain doesn't drown out. We might have a picnic. But then on Sunday, we're going to going to Shippensburg. Oh my God, I've got sports on my mind. We're going to Knoebels Grove. And celebrate my stepdaughter's graduation from college. So going
Nice.
to be a lot of fun times.
If your wife was listening, she was probably pissed off in a second for a second. Like, what does he mean we're going to Shippensburg?
Not another game. We're not covering another game, are we? She's a
I
good sport.
have I have District 4 track tomorrow, and I'm going to do a
Mhm.
write up of the Secular Youth Day. And then on Sunday, I'm going to probably do a little writing about them, since they don't
Mhm.
have to be in the Sentinel till Monday. And veg out on Sunday and figure out something. If it's nice, I may wheel myself out back and fire up the grill.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
You bet. Any last words for this week, Mr. Varner?
Real quick, if you get a chance, head out to Mifflin County Airport. The gliders are back. They're doing their national competition out there. They'll be there until Thursday afternoon. They usually head out. They launch at anywhere from 12 to 1:30. So get a chance, go out there and watch these gliders. It's especially fun for the younger kids. They'll get a kick out of it. So that's it.
Also, if you live around this area, Mifflin County, please go out tomorrow, 1 o'clock, or if you get a chance, go out to the Scott Seckler Youth Day run
Mhm.
uh, and help raise money for melanoma awareness. And hopefully, we can beat that disease down
Mhm.
and do it for Scott. And if you
Yes,
get a chance, go out. That's all. It doesn't have to be the whole day. Just take some time, go out, and support a good cause.
definitely.
All right, that's going to about wrap it up for us. Another edition of the Press Box. We should be back at our regular day and time next Wednesday at 7:30. So we thank you all for listening to us here on this Friday night. We appreciate it. For Kenny Varner, I am Brian Carson. Thanks, everybody. See you later. Have a great weekend.
Good night, everybody.